Comment, sir.
Some of those countries temporarily walked out today. They rejected a proposal yesterday of $250 billion per year. The money is aimed at helping developing nations cope with climate change impacts, allowing them to make deeper greenhouse gas emission cuts. It all comes amid concerns a new Trump administration will withdraw U.S. support. Meanwhile, BC delegates are returning home with key takeaways from this year's conference. It comes following years of observing the profound impact of climate change on this province through drought, wildfires, relentless storms, and flooding.
There's a lot of concern, and the concern to the need to push harder and faster to move into green technologies. I mean, we're using coal systems and things like that from the 1800s.
Chief Wesley Sam with the Chilkasco First Nation has just returned home to Burns Lake from Azerbaijan as a delegate with the First Nations Climate Initiative, part of Canada's official delegation.
It affects a lot of, First Nations across the planet that, harvest from the land and what have you. I mean, salmon stocks up here in the northwest, the waters got pretty hot and low this year, so they couldn't spawn.
He says attending the United Nations Climate Conference, or COP29, was a chance to learn how other First Nations are moving toward a greener, healthier economy.
There's a lot of companies with different technologies that were very, very interesting. I know there's a number of nations and neighbors to the north, south, west that are, have proposed wind farms and also solar energy farms.
With global temperatures hitting record highs and extreme weather events affecting people around the world, the chair of the Canada Climate Law Initiative says this year's climate summit was overshadowed by turbulent geopolitics, a controversial host country, and the re-election of U.S. climate change denier Donald Trump.
Scientists telling us exceeding the 1.5 degree limit is imminent, and we're looking at 2024 breaking last year's record of being the hottest year in history. So it's a COP that feels heavy. I did feel that tension in the air.
She says developing countries face the greatest risks from climate change and require international support to finance adaptation.
If you don't invest right now in the global south properly, that's just going to increase the costs exponentially later.
The First Nations Climate Initiative is calling on all levels of Canadian government to invest and better support the work they want to do locally. Big net zero infrastructure projects in partnership with BC First Nations.